Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the three major US indices, that being the S&P 500, followed by the Nasdaq100 and the DowJones30 futures charts. Before I start today's video, if you're someone who's been watching my YouTube channel for some time and you want to start to copy my own personal trades, every time I open a trade on my own personal account, I share it on my Telegram group chat, and you can join that group chat by scanning this QR code. It will take you to my website where I offer 2 subscription services, and that will give you access to my daily market research as well as my daily signals that I send out on that group chat. So make sure you scan that QR code if you want to copy my trades. But let's get started here by looking at the S&P 500. Currently find ourselves trading at 4,530. It looks like we are, trying to stall out here. Yesterday was a very strong session. S&P ended up around 0.86%, which is very positive to see here in the broad stock market. I think that where we're trying to go here is probably 4,600. I think that's going to be a target that we try and aim for in the coming days ahead. Nasdaq100, we're pretty much trading above those July peaks, so we haven't quite got there yet in the S&P 500. But what is very interesting, if I just quickly take you over to the market indicator, we still have a long way to go here for the S&P 500 until we form any particular sell setup signal. We're far away from a 13 or a 9 sell signal. But if we just quickly go over to the QQQ, that being the Nasdaq100 ETF, we've just formed a 13 sell setup. So this is a very negative sign here. Perhaps it means that we might see some exhaustion in the market. But if I just take you back to this time period between July and January 2020, we did form several 13 sell setups, and the market just ignored that. Whether that's going to be the case this time around, I'm not entirely sure. Of course, that was a completely different environment, but that definitely is something that you have to pay very close attention to. But as I just mentioned, S&P 500 ETF, the SPX, we haven't yet seen that sell signal arrive. If we just quickly go to the Nasdaq 100, unlike the S&P 500, we're trading above the July peaks. We're trading at a new year-to-date high, and I think that where this market really wants to go is the all-time highs up around 16,750. I've been saying on YouTube for some time now, but I did anticipate for a very strong rally into year-end, and we are seeing it in front of us. We've seen the Nasdaq 100 in the past 3 weeks rally around 12%. So you've had years of gains in the last 3 weeks, which at some point has to stop and slow down. One thing that you should be all very cautious of going into tomorrow's trading session, and today's close, is Nvidia reports earnings after the bell. They're expected to bring in around $16 billion in revenue. Any number that is weaker than this will of course result in the stock falling significantly and probably dragging the broad market down along with it. But the good news is that I do expect Nvidia to report a good quarter. And then of course we have the DowJones30, Dow looking very attractive as well, trading at 35,095. A break higher would of course be challenging the year-to-date highs, which sit around 35,600. This is an area where I do believe we can achieve by year end, and I am quite bullish going into the next couple of weeks as we move into the end of 2023. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I do think that some digestion is needed in the coming days. Of course, Thanksgiving is on Thursday, and then market on Friday is shut for half a session. So I'm kind of expecting to see low volatility. But the one thing that you really want to keep your eyes on going into today's close is the Nvidia earnings. If that stock pops up around 5 to 10% going into tomorrow's session, then you can expect the market to be very strong going into tomorrow's session. But ultimately, I think going into next week, some consolidation is needed, especially after that 13 sell signal has now arrived on the QQQ. So that's going to be it for today's video. Anyone who'd like to join my signal team and follow me in more depth, then make sure you scan this QR code on your screen. It'll take you to my website where you can then sign up. Thank you.